Hey there, it's Paul Sading, me again. Here's the second part of that YOU Supercut. Again, if you didn't listen to the previous episode, make sure you go download that so you can understand why I'm doing this. What you're about to hear are the last episodes of YOU. It's still an ongoing show for my patrons, so this will take you up to date and hopefully encourage you enough to come over to patreon.com/Paul Sading and become a patron. Episode 7 of YOU. Losing You. So, you are getting these. I figured. You had me worried. You know that, right? And you're not fucking funny. Sweating your balls off in Florida. You think that's cute? And then nothing for days. And when I finally do hear from you, you tell me you're at your breaking point. That you can't go back. What am I supposed to do with that? What the fuck am I supposed to do with that? You know, I started this so I could help you. You said you wanted it. That you wanted to remember. And now, you won't even respond to my text or my instant messages. I know you've been on Snapchat. But I can't tell where the Where are you? You're not telling me anything. You're not giving me any signs. Am I supposed to guess? Is that what you want? You want me to stumble through this, clueless? I'm just trying to help you. That's all I'm trying to do. And I thought once we started working on this, helping you remember what happened, you would understand that. I never thought you would see me as your enemy. That's probably not fair to claim that you see me as your enemy. I'm just worried about you. A lot. The world is big and you could be anywhere in it. It's full of monsters. The type of monsters that'll take advantage of you at the drop of a dime. To use you so they can meet their ends. Then throw you away. Discard you like some goddamn fast food wrapper. And you deserve so much more than that. You've been through so much. I have no idea what I'm going to tell your mother. I've kept it from her to this point, but I'm not sure how much longer I can. She's not stupid, you know. She's already curious. I can see it in her eyes. The other day, we crossed paths while I was taking a walk. I tried to avoid her, but she saw me earlier than I saw her, so I was obligated to have that very uncomfortable chat. She asked how you're doing. I lied, of course. How could I not? Well, I guess it's technically not a lie if I have no idea where you are. If you're okay. At least I know you're getting these. At least I know that, if nothing else, we still have this connection. But I also know you're suffering. I don't know what you meant by being at your breaking point. And it scares me to hear that you're not going back. I assume you mean here. Home. I mean, that could mean anything in the world. None of it good. I don't think so. And you won't let me help you. It's like you're insisting on doing this on your own. But doing it on your own is what got you in trouble in the first place. Who knows? Maybe your memory is starting to come back. Maybe you're starting to see things again. Maybe even clearly. And if that's the case, I can totally understand how overwhelming this might be for you. There's so much to explain. So much I'm still confused about. And I wasn't affected. I didn't lose my memory. I didn't lose myself. Now I feel like I'm losing you. Listen, I have to be real. I don't know if you can do this without my help. I know. That sounds incredibly demeaning. I don't mean it to. But unless something significant has changed, you have no idea what you could be getting into. And you need to be careful. Very careful. So, send me a message, okay? Nothing big, nothing long. You don't have to tell me anything more than you want to tell me. And even if you decide to tell me where you are and what you're doing, you can still tell me to give you time. Space. I won't betray that, I promise. So, send me a message. Anything. Honestly, I'm hoping you'll give me an idea what you're after. Because right now, I have no fucking idea. And I can't help. Please just send me a quick message so I understand what you're after. I will leave you alone after that, if that's what you want. I just need to know. You, Episode 8, Choosing Paths. Wow. I never thought you'd actually write. I doubted. I'll admit it. Can you blame me? It's not like you gave me any indication you were ever going to reach out. I guess I was sort of expecting you to just stay. I don't know. Quiet? Until you came back? Yeah. I guess I just assumed you would come back at some point. Now, I'm not so sure. But I appreciate your message. I do. I just need to process it, you know? I mean, it's not like you didn't pack it with a lot I wasn't expecting. A lot I wasn't ready for, to be honest. It's like I gotta read this out loud to get it, you know? I mean, can you understand? I haven't heard a thing from you in weeks, months. And to get this, still fucking processing. I want to get and stay well and have time. Time to get lost in something I love. It's what you wrote. No one faults you for that. I know you want to get well. I understand it. I feel it. Feel connected to you again especially when you talk like that. Honestly, I was encouraged when I read that part. It was what followed that, I don't know. Guess I just need to read it again. I'm frightened of remembering, of what that might mean. Can I bear it? I know I can't hide it forever, but there's this feeling inside me that tells me things will get worse before they even start to get better. And I just don't know if I'm ready, if I can handle it. If I do this, if I find him, what will it mean? And if I do, what does it mean for me? Will I even be me? And if I'm no longer me, what will I be? I don't want to be forgotten. And I'm so scared that I will be. You won't. You just won't be. Don't you know that? And if you don't, I don't know how else to convince you. I don't even know if I can. In your message, you said you're not coming back anytime soon. That you're staying away until you find yourself. But how are you going to find yourself if you don't know what happened to you that caused this in the first place? I'm sorry. I shouldn't talk to you like that. You've got enough on your plate. You're dealing with so much. Too much. So much more than anyone should ever have to deal with. What's happened to you since that night? Maybe even before that? It's more than one person should bear. More than one damn family should have to bear. Life's pretty much shit on you. I'm trying not to focus on that, I swear. I convinced myself if I stay away from it, I'm gonna fail you. That's the last thing I want to do. You need space and time? You got it. You need me to check in from time to time? I'd be so grateful to do that for you. It's the least I can do for you, to help you. You know, I get this crazy feeling that I'm supposed to rescue you. From what? I have no idea. But I feel it. Crazy shit, right? But it's true. Is that bad? I don't know. Not really a priority. You are. You've always been. I miss you. Can you at least tell me what you're looking for? I can't help if I don't know. I can tell you anything. I will tell you anything. About your father, about the night you don't remember, all of it. But I don't know if that will do any good. Fuck! Let me know. Okay? You, Episode 9. You rang. From a blocked number. Creative. I'll give you that. Very creative. Guess this means you're still avoiding me, huh? Alright. Time. It's all about time. And I need to give you yours. To explore. To search. To do whatever it is you're doing. Well, since I'm still waiting for you, I guess it wouldn't hurt to listen to your message again. It makes me feel closer to you.
okay? I'm not doing this to be difficult. I promise. I need this time. Nothing against you. Really, it's not. It's just that... Have you ever looked in the mirror and thought, who the hell is that looking back at me? I don't even recognize them. Have you? I have. All the damn time. It's not fun, you know. Seeing a reflection of a stranger. Of a ghost. It may sound ridiculous, but I miss me. Who I was. I don't know if I can find that person again. I want to feel right. I want to feel normal again. I want to be free. Free of this cancer that is my unknown past. I want to know me, God damn it. I want to know me. You promised you were going to tell me about that night. About what happened. I ran because I was afraid of what you might say, what I might hear. Well, I'm not afraid anymore. I'm ready. Hell, I think I'm ready. I may not be, but we'll see. Right? Oh, shit. Hey, I have to go. Something came up. I'll write or call. I'll write and call. I don't know. Whatever, but I'm not disappearing again because I'm ready.
So, you're ready. I hope you're sure about that. Well, maybe we should test that. See if you truly are. Oh, God. I don't know. I don't know. All right. Okay. Here goes nothing. What one thing do you want to know about your past? You, episode 10. Am I evil? You know, this is a conversation that we should have together, right? I mean, at least on the phone. Doing it like this? Leaving each other these messages? It's not the right way to do this. I know. I'm pushing my values on you, and I promised I'd stop doing that. But this stuff is sensitive. I mean, you're out there somewhere. I have no idea where. And even though you assured me you're safe, I can't know with absolute certainty that you are. That's not easy, you know. So when you want to know things like this, when you want to know why you did all the bad shit you did, I have to be very careful in answering. I have to be very careful. Life makes us who we are. Makes us what we are. Hard, soft, vulnerable. A wolf? Some people walk into it with that distinct advantage. And some of us are just fucked from the beginning. That's you. As hard as that is to say, I imagine it's even harder to hear. Especially for someone like you. Someone who doesn't understand her past. Doesn't understand her place in the world now because she doesn't remember what it was before. You're probably going to hear this and think you're a bad person. You weren't. Not at all. Sure, you screwed up. But anyone who's ever lived life can lay claim to that. You're no different, no better, no worse. I hope you keep that in mind when you hear this and you think about the things you've done that you could have done better. We're all our own worst enemy, hating ourselves for things we sometimes can't control. There's a lot about you that you had no control over. You couldn't influence the conditions if someone handed you the script to life in advance. What you were born into, what you had to tolerate from the absolute beginning, there wasn't much you could do. And don't let anyone convince you differently. No one, I don't care who they are, would have done better than you did in that situation. The only people who can lay claim to that are the type of people who don't have any insight at all. The kind who walk around this planet judging others as if they're some ultimate arbiter of purity and goodness. They could look at what you've done in your life and maybe not, consider you a bad person. But I don't have time for people like that. I don't care to have time or make time for people like that. They're undeserving of it. Not you, though. You deserve everything you have. That really sounds worse than I meant it to be. I can see you now, sitting there, examining what you are, what you've become, and wondering why the hell I would say something like that. I agree. Probably not the best choice of words. Could you have been a better person? Sure. Can't we all? What entitles one person to forgiveness while another suffers condemnation for the same exact acts? And who gets to decide that? Surely not me. I don't have that right. None of us do. Some people think they do. Some people are wrong about a lot of things. I wouldn't worry about them or their opinions. This is about you. All of this is about you. It's about where you've been and where you go from here. Making anything more of it than that won't do you any good. And it sure as hell won't help you get any of the answers you're seeking. And I want those for you. I want you to get your answers. So, when you ask, why did I do all the bad shit I did? I have to ask you why you're even worried about it. What part of your past is the part that you're most worried about or bothered by? Was it the cheating? The drinking? The drugs? Or was it the other stuff? The stuff you told no one about? Because you have that in your past. A lot of it. Stuff that you probably don't want to know. Even though you wanted to know everything. See, that's the thing. The minute you start finding out who you are, you begin defining what you'll be. Is that what you want? I imagine it is, or you wouldn't have brought this up in the first place, right? So, answers. You need answers. Closure. Let's start doing that for you then, huh? You know, the irony is, I have 1,000 answers, and I'm not sure you're going to like a single one of them. So let's begin. You wanted this, I'll give it to you. Who you are. Who you really are. I've got a question first, though. What do you want to start with? What you did that made your father hate you? Or the night you took someone's life? You, episode 11. That night. I really appreciate you calling. Though it's from a blocked phone number.
Yeah, sorry about that. You understand?
No, not really, I don't.
Trust me on this, okay? I have my reasons.
I'll try. So, are you sure about this? Are you sure you want to know about that night?
Yeah, I think it's time. I've been doing a lot of searching, looking for answers to questions no one has even asked. You could say I've been spinning my wheels.
But you've made progress. Look at where you are, what you've achieved. You discovered a lot. You have to be happy about that.
Oh, I am. I'm very happy. Well, in the sense that I feel like I'm starting to remember. That helps. It helps a lot. But it also sort of creeps me out, you know? I found someone I trust, and they told me things I wasn't ready to hear. Things you didn't prepare me for.
I tried.
I know. It's just that I have a right to know these things. I deserve to know these things, yet when people are kind enough to help me understand, it makes me see things I don't know if I'm ready to see or not, you know? Like, take this, for example.
The party? Are you there?
Yeah, I'm here. I want to know about it. I want to know what happened, how it happened.
You know I'll do anything you want. So if you're sure about this, I'll tell you. I just want to make sure this is actually what you want.
It is. I'm ready.
That night... That night was a mess. We all were a mess, if I'm being honest.
Including me?
Including you. Listen, it was a party, right? People are supposed to be stupid at parties. That's what they're created for. You weren't any different than anyone else. No worse, no better.
Please don't try to justify what happened. I just need to know. I need to know the real story.
And I'll give it to you. The real story. I promised you from the beginning I would. And I mean to come through on that. Just for the record, I wasn't necessarily trying to justify or rationalize what you did later.
And why mention it?
Because I just wanted you to know that you're a sloppy drunk.
You're ridiculous.
And you can't hold your booze.
I never claimed I could.
Yeah, so that night pretty much went like those nights go. A lot of drinking, a lot of loud music and louder conversations, dancing, stuff like that. I remember you flirting with a guy. Didn't know who he was. Had never seen him before. But you seemed pretty enamored with him.
I don't remember a guy.
You wouldn't, remember? You were a sloppy drunk. If it makes you feel any better, we all were. So you and this guy were hitting it off, and from what I remember, you spent most of the evening in the rec room at the house, hanging around the pool table, but not playing any pool. It was all pretty gross, if you ask me. I mean, it wasn't like I was stalking or I spent the entire night watching the two of you. It was just, I don't know, pretty obvious. I mean, you weren't making it a secret that there was some sort of mutual interest there. The blind would have been able to see that.
Then what happened? When did the night change?
You know, I can't be sure. Like I said, it was a party. Everyone was having a good time, me included. And I sort of lost track of where you were and what you were doing. I mean, you're an adult, responsible for yourself. Who am I to say anything about that?
But something wasn't right about him? You felt something, didn't you?
I don't know.
Tell me. You can't keep this from me anymore. It's been too long. I deserve to know.
You do. You deserve to know. You're right. And it's not right to hold it from you. Please understand, I haven't been trying to be malicious.
I know. You're just doing what you think is best. You have been. But like I told you, I'm ready. And I need to know. I need to move forward and figure out what to do next. So, tell me. Tell me what happened.
What you're asking for, it's not easy.
I don't expect it to be. What did you see? What did I actually do?
That's the thing. I've thought about that night over and over, trying to figure out exactly what the hell it was that happened. And you know, for the life of me, I'm still not sure what I saw.
What? What did you see?
You did something. I swear to God, I have no idea how, no fucking clue. But I know what I saw, and no one can ever convince me I didn't see it.
Please. Tell me what I did.
Now, if you're a fan of this show, you may be a fan of my other shows, but I want you to know, in case you weren't aware already, that in March of 2019, I released that I was stepping away from audio drama, at least for this year, maybe permanently, I don't know. Creating audio drama for free, like Subject Found, Who Killed Julie, Diary of a Madman, is incredibly expensive and has been funded by me and my patrons. And I can't do that anymore. But I'm going to continue in audio drama. I will keep doing You. And starting this spring and summer, I'm really going to get into a medieval fantasy called Crown of Thieves. If you're interested in getting more audio drama from me, head over to patreon.com/Paul Sading, Sating. Become a patron today. $1 and above gets Crown of Thieves. $3 and above gets You. If you want more information about my books and my podcasts, be sure to go over to paulsading.com. Thank you for listening.